What's going on, guys? This is Vince with vshred.com, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to fix that rounded, rolled over posture, the bad posture that you got going on. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to start correcting that bad posture that you have. And let's get right into it. When you have bad posture, it is typically going to be due to one major issue, and that is a muscle imbalance. And if you're dealing with the issue of your shoulders being rolled forward like this, like that, that's going to be due to issues with unbalanced muscles in your shoulders. Specifically your anterior and your posterior deltoid. This is going to be your front and your rear delt. If your shoulders are rolled forward, that means that you have tight front delts and lengthened rear delts, also meaning that your rear delts are weakened. And this is typically from maybe you do bench normally, and this is or just chest exercises in general, because chest exercises in general are going to work a lot of your anterior deltoid. And when you're working your anterior deltoid and maybe you're putting off working your rear delt as much as you are working your front delt, what's going to happen is that muscle over time is going to start shortening and shortening and shortening and shortening, and then all of a sudden you're going to have this rolled forward posture and your rear delt is going to be extremely underdeveloped. So in order to slowly work your posture so that you basically open back up and your shoulders roll back naturally, and you go from standing like this to like this, you're going to then work your posterior deltoid, your rear delt. And there's a couple issues when it comes to working rear delt, because you could be working your rear delts right now, but odds are, based off of what I commonly see in the gym, is you're probably doing a couple things wrong, and I'm going to cover those real quick. So when it comes to working your rear delt, a lot of times a very common exercise is just a bent over dumbbell fly, and you see this, right? And this ain't, you're probably thinking, yeah, that's probably pretty good form. Truth is, it's not bad form, but it's not great form. You are going to be working a little bit of your rear delt, but what you're also going to be finding is you're going to be working a lot of, there's assistant muscle groups here that are going to be also being worked, and this is your traps and your rhomboids. Your traps, you obviously probably know what those are. Those are the guys that run up here, but then your traps or your rhomboids actually run down, and that's going to be that muscle right there, and that is your rhomboid. And what happens is when you're trying to do these rear delt flies, you're going to be doing this, but you're also going to be bringing your shoulders up, therefore shrugging up. Therefore, you can see it in my back, when I bring my shoulders out and I shrug up, I'm working a lot of those rhomboids and those traps. So you're going to end up not really targeting your rear delt that much at all. So a couple fixes that you can do is drop weight, because if a lot of times you see guys using heavy ass weight, and you see them with their bent elbows and they're going like this, and they're trying to work their rear delts just like that. And I have made a video in the past about how overloading your delt is good, but you have to be doing it in a specific form, and that was not the right form, especially when you're trying to isolate a muscle as small as the rear delt. You don't want to be using heavy weight when you're isolating a small muscle group. You're going to end up hurting it. So instead, what you want to do is A, drop weight like I mentioned. B, instead of, I just have 10-pound dumbbells to make an example for you guys, and I would normally only probably go up to maybe 15-pound dumbbells. And what you're going to do, instead of bending over and pushing this weight out and shrugging up, what you actually want to focus on is rolling your shoulders forward. That's the most important thing, rolling. And the same thing for if you're on one of those bench flies, when you're sitting against one of the chest presses and you're doing these, the most important thing you can do is, when you're at the bottom, is push your shoulders all the way forward and keep them there the whole time. And you want to do this same thing when you're down, is you want to push your shoulders forward and keep them there. And you really want to focus on pushing those forward, and really focus on pushing this weight rather than bringing it up. You want to focus on pushing it out. And that right there, you're going to see, I'm sure you can see it in the camera. Watch this part of my delt. Instead of this, where I'm shrugging up and getting a lot of trap activation, if I push my shoulders forward and I push this weight out, you don't have to go that high, and you're still gonna find that your rear delt is actually being smashed, just like that. So that's the first thing. You want to drop weight, you want to roll your shoulders forward, and you want to not go as high, and that's going to smash that part of your deltoid right there. And then the last thing is, when you're doing rear delt flies, you're going down to the bottom, and right here, I don't care if I'm holding 100-pound dumbbells and doing 100-pound dumbbell flies as clean as possible. When the dumbbells are down here, you're resting. This right here is a rest. I could hold this here literally all day. But as soon as I roll my shoulders forward, even with my shoulders rolled forward, this is easy right here. But as soon as I bring this weight out to right here, to where the weight is actually making my rear delt be activated, this is going to be my starting position rather than here. Because from here to here is just simply creating momentum. This is nothing right here. This is not working my rear delt. But as soon as I keep it right here, and then I go out and up, and then back down to here, that's keeping tension on the rear delt the entire time. So if you start working your rear delt properly, that is slowly going to make this muscle imbalance that you have going on from here to opening up your chest, pulling your shoulders back with that rear delt, allowing you to have better posture. So try that out if you guys are dealing with poor posture issues, and hopefully that helps you. If it does, make sure you're coming back to this video and giving it a thumbs up if you guys learned anything in this video. Also, I have a free fitness quiz where you just answer a couple of questions, and I spit out 3 free tips for your specific body type. I'll just link that in the description below if you want to check it out. Other than that, if you guys have any comments on this video, questions, video recommendations for me to film, make sure you're commenting them in the comment section below. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.